What's good, everyone? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room yet again, always with another one. And yes, indeed, it is another one. So you clearly see the title of the broadcast, and this is going to be a shocking revelation for, a lot of men and women out here, just being honest with you. So, she had a street cat to tell her the reason why that most of the guys that run the streets, well, the guys that do run the streets, actually go out of their way to get women pregnant. And let's go here now. Let's check this out. Quarters, nickels, and dimes, people.
I stopped dating street dudes when a man told me, and I'm actually happy that he had the balls to tell me this because he said verbatim, first time that me and you do anything, I'm going to get you pregnant. I have to leave a seed up in the world because I know that there's folks out here that want me dead because of the shit that I did, or I'm finna go to prison. And where I'm from, it's really hard to not talk to somebody that's not in the streets, from the streets, or at least been up in the streets. But I really had to break away from dating men like that because I started to understand that a lot of them, they treat the women in their lives the way that they do. They trying to have fun and shit like that because they know that they probably not going to be walking around free for much longer, or they might not be walking around, period, for much longer. And that's why I try to get a lot of girls to understand, if you want to just have fun, you want to do your thing, use protection, make sure you want some type of birth control or something, and, have fun, do your thing. But, bitch, if you know that you want to be up in a serious relationship, if you know that you not on none of that type of timing, stop romanticizing hood men, because a lot of women do that. Sometimes y'all just be wanting to date somebody from the streets, not even because you're around men like that and because you genuinely like them. It's because you're chasing the aesthetic. Now, when that aesthetic fuck around and get your ass pregnant, you're going to be looking stupid. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just trying to let you know.
Yo.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
Wow. Listen, look. I definitely agree with everything she said. Listen, look, the thing of this is from me being the type of dude that, knows both sides of the coin. I've been on both sides of the coin, especially, my younger years. I ran the streets. I know street cats like that, things like that. And, of course, now I'm different. The thing of this is yes, I do know men that think like this. Well, I did at one point in my life and stuff like that. But, of course, no longer. I don't even engage with that type of thought process, with people like that. But she was spot on with this situation. And the thing of this is when women actually say things like this, both men and women need to listen. This is what's going on here. And we're wondering why, after a certain period of time, some of these women come to the table and they're like, well, I made these mistakes. I did this and that, woo woo, but I do have these children now. They actually, low key, and they deep down in their heart, they really do want a good dude or a genuine dude by that point. But see, the problem is there's too much baggage at that point.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
It's too much baggage at that point. And you can't, and for a man with, no children, because some of them do nowadays want a man with no children, which is, ridiculous to me. I don't understand that. And for also for a man that also has children, things like that, if she's not going to be, applicable to, want to work together and things like that to build something, then she's going to be useless. And she's just going to be bringing on extra baggage to your life. And let alone if the baby daddy's still alive, things like that, or, in whether he's locked up or not. And also the mindset of this situation here, especially in the community, like what she said about what the dude told her, either he was going to be, locked up or he was going to be deleted at some point. So he was like, yeah, I have to leave a legacy here, which is an instinct that all men have. We all have that same instinct, low key. We want to reproduce. That's our natural instinct to do as men. At the same time, though, too, for a man that's in that particular situation, that he's a street cat, the thing of that is, not everybody may go to prison forever, or everybody may not be deleted. So at some point, if you're not one of those cats that end up going to prison for forever, or you don't get deleted, what are you going to do then? Because you still have children in the world that you need to teach and things like that. But obviously that type of individual is not able to, guide itself and also guide his children to, be productive citizens. And we have to really think this thing through, so yeah, this is what's going on here. And, she's absolutely right. But at the same time though, too, I gave a good scenario here as far as, the man not either getting deleted or going to prison for a long time, but he still has children out here that he's going to need to provide for at some point. What happens when that happens? And that's the dynamic that the dude, the street cat, is not really thinking about neither, now, because it could go both ways. Either he's going to perish or be put in jail, or either he's going to be put in jail for a certain period of time and he's still going to get out, but he still has these children to take care of. And the women nowadays are not really thinking this thing through. Some of them are, like she said, going for the excitement, things like that. Okay, fine, cool. But the problem is after the thrill is gone, what's next? I mean,
So what the French toast is there to think about?
After the thrill is gone, what's next? You're left with children that are, from a dude with bad blood. Sorry, I'm gonna say it. And also, too, after a certain age, definitely as a woman, you are, coming to a mindset to where, yeah, you definitely don't want to deal with that type of man anymore, but you want a man that's stable, that actually has his shit together, that can think properly, that's motivated to do things in life and be a decent human being, but you're carrying so much baggage at that point. And that's the issue. That is the issue that we're talking about, in these particular scenarios. And, thankfully, this young lady said she decided to get out, and she has a message for the rest of the young ladies to actually, if you want to have fun or whatever, use the proper protection to where you won't get pregnant by these type of men. And see, that's the problem here. It's the type of men that women are getting pregnant by, to where it excludes them from other types of men in society. And this is just the thing here. Listen, look, people like this, whether we like this or not, birds of a feather always flock together. And this is a true saying. I know in today's society, we like to, alleviate all these old school saying, oh, that's just old school saying, and, that doesn't matter and stuff like that. No, it still matters. Those sayings and stuff like that were created to help guide humans in society for a specific reason. Yes, birds of a feather flock together. You don't see eagles flying with pigeons. Hell, half the time, if you really notice anything, most eagles fly alone. You don't even see 2-3 eagles flying together. Let's just keep these real. So, yeah, man, it's birds of a feather do flock together. And, when you're in that type of predicament and mindset and stuff like that, you've excluded yourself to that specific area. And it's going to be hard for a lot of women to break out of that area, to get to fly with other birds and stuff like that, when they are basically almost locked down to flying with pigeons.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
If you get my scenario. If you get my scenario, just being honest. But it is what it is, though. Shout out to all my subscribers. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line.